Hello pilots and welcome to another Mecha Break gameplay video. Today we are playing Alysnes on the Longmen launch site. This was a particularly interesting match as I got to roam around in Baby Alysnes mode and pick up a couple of kills. Now I start by moving around the flank just to check if anybody's there. I do spot a hurricane. He does nail me a little bit, but I do return fire. And emboldened by the friendly team with me, I start moving around to flank the enemy. The Tricera sets up and I decide to sit behind him and just shoot from range. The reason for this is that Tricera has a special feature in his fortress mode where it makes it basically impossible for enemies to target anyone but Tricera when you're near him. We are applying a little bit of pressure and I see the enemy are moving around, so I decide to go in. Immediately I'm trapped by Hell and I start taking a huge amount of punishment here. I know that Hell is a high priority target for me. Even though he does have a lot of stuns, I do want to make sure that I keep up the pressure so he can't just melt our tanks. We're playing a little bit of cat and mouse here. I keep chasing and I do get a kill. I see Tricera's low here, my energy's low, so I decide to just start firing with the rifle and we pick up the assist. Hurricane is pushing the payload. I do unfortunately get trapped in the box by the friendly Welkin, but I continue pursuit anyway. I start to take a lot of heat and immediately decide to put my armor back on. That's a bit of an uh-oh moment right there. I'm moving around and I want to just keep putting pressure on the enemy payload as ours hasn't really moved at all yet. And I want to slow down the enemy's progress where I can. Quick little glaive combo on the Hurricane there and we do take him down and then move on to the Stego. I'm out of energy again, so I just switch to the rifle and finish him off. Tricera is on the point now and he does have an Alysnes with him. But I know I need to keep up the pressure to try and get him off the payload, but it's kind of difficult for me to do alone here, so I decide to just back out. Hit by another one of these Hell's trap drones. They have become a real hazard in the battles. I hope in the future we'll see some diminishing returns on those, but for now, you can get perma-stun locked by them. I'm in baby mode again here. I do come down onto the Tricera, but hey, guess what? Another trap drone, and this time I do get taken down, unfortunately. We are coming back into the fight any second now, and we will be ready to start pushing into this absolute cluster of red names in the middle. I do feel kind of safe because I do have my armor. So I want to go in and start harassing them, hoping that it will help my team by drawing some of the enemy's fire away. Tricera is back on the point, unfortunately, and I do want to get him off there as soon as possible. Unfortunately, the enemy Stego jumps on the point as well, and this is a nightmare for me. There's really nothing I can do at the moment from this angle, so I decide to just get out the way. The enemy Alysnes does follow me, but he decides to back out. So I reposition around to our payload, and I see the Hurricane is on there. I put my armor back on, and I am confident that I can take him. So I just go in and just start pressuring him off. And we do pick up the kill. Again, I want to move around to the enemy payload because we really need to slow them down as they have made tremendous progress. I have noticed recently that Tricera does seem to be resisting a lot of my autocannon shots, so rather than charge shot, I've decided to just poke him a little bit. See a friendly unit getting executed by this Alysnes, so I wanted to punish him a little bit because, you know, that's just rude. It's very uncouth to execute people. I do unfortunately lose my armor, but I am still in it. I do hit the enemy Tricera there, but I see him slowly rotating to me. So I decide to quickly reposition with a quick sword and fully charged autocannon combo. I do manage to take him down. Still a lot of enemies on the point, so I do want to try and take them. But I'm very cautious because I do not have my armor up for another 100 seconds. So I'm just looking for targets. I see Stego's low, and again, with a quick blade and autocannon combo, we are able to pick up the kill on him there as well. I am very low, so I am pinging for help here. I see the Alphard, but unfortunately he's a little bit faster than me, so I just move around, and fortunately the friendly Panaka hits me with a bubble. I am moving back in now. Again, I'm very cautious about the enemy's progress here, so start working on this hurricane again, chasing him, gunning him, and managing to finish him off with a quick slash. They still have 70 seconds left before I can put my armor back on, so we're just trying to maximize the value that we can get out of the Baby Alysnes form at the moment by playing like an assassin, really, darting in, darting out, getting hits, getting kills, and then moving on. Unfortunately, I am a bit low here. I do take a face full of missiles from Alphard, and I go down. The enemy payload is rumbling closer and closer to the finish line. I know we don't have a lot of time here, unfortunately, so I do jump back into the fight, and I see the enemy are all stacked up there. Our team seems to be nowhere to be seen, so I decide to just go in there. I know that I have my armor, so I'm playing very risky here. I know that the enemy needs to be kind of pushed out of position, so really my goal here was just to try and harass the team as much as possible to allow for our friendly team to come in and contest. But unfortunately the enemy have rumbled it up. They've got everybody on the point, and we do go down in that moment. Unfortunately, taking the L. The star of the show today was on the enemy team, Cilia, with myself as SVP on the friendly team. We were unfortunately outclassed by the enemy team, but I gotta say, managing to roll our point right up to 88 to 100, you know, I'm very proud of what our team tried to do there. But yeah, a pretty good game for me, 8-3. I was able to pick up a lot of little snipes and quick kills on the Baby Alysnes assassin mode. But that is it for me today, guys. If you enjoyed the video and liked watching Baby Alysnes running around causing havoc, please consider dropping me a like and subscribing, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much, pilots.